What's up, fellas? Good morning, guys. How are we doing? I forgot to move my... One sec. I forgot to move, what's his name? Boner. So let me go fix him really quick. One sec. All right, there we go. Much better. Much better. What's up, fellas? Let me get the... Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I still don't have him in the right. One sec. There we go. There he is. See? It's Boner. That's his name. Remember? Chat name. For those who don't know. Hey, that's what chat named him, okay? I didn't pick that name. I didn't choose that. That was a democracy decision, boys. We voted on that one. Okay. I'm a Boner yo mama. Hey, good morning to you too, man. How you doing? Alrighty, fellas. Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski. Welcome to Stream Recap 215, which is pretty crazy. It's wild that I've been able to still be a streamer for this long. It's kind of cool, right? We have some Pokeyen to collect, fellas. I'm pretty excited to check this out. Look at this. Dude, the heat... I say it once, I'll say it again. The heat rock stuff, the heat rocks, these soft sands, flipping items like this has made me the easiest Pokeyen I've ever made in PokeMMO. Like, it's actually dumb. It's actually dumb. I also bred some Metatites for profit. Video will be coming out on that probably tomorrow or very soon, so one of those already sold in less than like 12 hours, which is awesome. We're gonna collect all. I was gonna send one of the Whalmers over to my piece in my mail, but that's okay. So there we go. I'll send my party. I'm gonna relist this Whalmer, I guess. I don't know why this. I don't know what this exists for. I don't know what the purpose. Maybe I'll just release this. I don't know what the purpose of this Whalmer is. I'm just gonna release him. Sorry, buddy. Go back into the wild where you belong. There you go. Alrighty. Today's plans. Okay, soft sand super high at the moment. Is it high again? Dude, once again, I bought a ton of soft sands for like 1,500 a piece. Yeah, I sold like 180 of them, I think, for like 16, 17, 18K. It's some of the dumbest money. Whatever, I'm distracted. That was yesterday's stream recap. Check it out if you didn't see it. Some of the easiest Pokemon I've ever made in Pokemon. Up to 17.3 mil again, which is awesome. I want to do some XP training today for money. Specifically, I think that there might be one of the best money making, like one of the best EV and XP training for money that's ever existed in PokeMMO. I'm pretty sure is available right now. I want to show you what I mean by that, because I'm pretty sure if you EV train and XP train certain Pokemon for the Darkrai fight, you can make stupid amounts of money. So we're going to test that today, see how it goes. Other than that, shiny hunting, possibly prepping some Halloween or Christmas possible raid Pokemon. We'll have to see. That's a big like prediction type thing. There's 3 days left in the Halloween event. So any investments you guys have to make, go ahead and make them. Any vanities you want to pick up, make sure to pick them up. Just get everything done. Make sure everybody beats the Pumpkin boss at least one time. And yeah, let's go ahead and let's go talk about the Pokemon I want to EV train. So let's go grab some. I want to grab Mankey, Metatites, and a few other Pokemon. So the reason why is because Mankeys with 31 attack, 31 speed, adamant nature, right? These guys, 130k to go ahead and buy. There's two of them here. I'm gonna go ahead and buy them right now, so I don't lose them, because they're 130k a piece. Primeapes are like 200k, which is kind of funny. Now, if I were to level these two fellas, they're 130k to buy, right? If I EV train them and level them, I can sell them for 400,000 Pokeyen. 400,000. Anyone trying to rush to beat Darkrai last minute is going to be willing to pay a premium for these kind of Pokemon. So we're gonna do the same thing with Metatite / Metacham. Very similar situation, 400k, 350k. We're gonna check what's a low level one cost. Similar-ish. These are a little more expensive, so 182k. So I might not want to bite on that. What about naughty or like lonely natured ones? You could check those as well. Anything plus attack is gonna work out if there's enough margin. Let's go check for lonely nature. Should be right here. Brave nature is not gonna. So Metatites I'm actually not seeing anything on, so I'm not gonna bite on that, right? We've got Mankeys. We checked Metatites. I want to check Crocodiles / Sandiles as well. Another Pokemon. 120k for that one. Let's go change this to Adamant. I will say, this is a money-making method that may not be recreatable. That's an important thing to keep in mind, because there's only 3 days left in the event. If you can't buy these Pokemon, EV train, XP train, and sell them within a few days, like 2 days, I don't know if I'd like, this is hopefully just teaching you guys the thought process behind money-making methods in PokeMMO. And I always talk about, you want to see a method or see something that a lot of players want to do, and then take a step backward and see what do those players need to do that. And that's usually how you make Pokeyen in PokeMMO. You got to keep that in mind. Explain that again, but in British. Let me get my timer. You're an evil man, Mist. You're an evil man. Alrighty, bruv. So what I was basically saying, that you want to find good Pokemon that you can buy, but in level for profit. So let's go check Sandale, Crocodile, Crocodile. The Crocodile is actually the cheapest at 115k. We're gonna go and pick up one of those, eh? Also, he's well. Actually, there's not much margin. Oi, boys, there's not much margin on Crocodile, so it's actually best to avoid him, eh? Jesus. Okay. Okay. So if he's 150k for what the fuck is this accent today? For a level 100, what is happening? There might not be as much profit between buying one for 115k and selling it for 150. It might not be worth that. Oi, bruv. So you gotta ask yourself, what other Pokemon? Okay, this might actually, okay, the minute's over. This might actually be the worst. I don't know why my brain can't do an accent today. I just was weaving in a lot of Southern there, and like I don't know what that was. I can't even defend that one. That was one of the worst. Anyways, very lucrative new money that you should share. I'm down to hear it, Dinger. I'm down to hear it. Overwatch Classic in less than 2 hours. That is too funny. Good morning, Dinger. Good morning, Chapters. Good morning, Cav. Good morning, Django. Good morning, Strat. Good morning to Pema. Good morning, everybody. What's up? What's up, by the way? How you guys doing? Good morning. Good morning. First King of the Hill Legendary. Dude, congratulations. That's a cool achievement. Oh, yeah. Insane new money-making method. Yeah. Yeah. Milking Spidget in metronome battles. Ah, yes, of course. Maybe I just focus on these 2 mons. Usually when you EV train, you want to EV train like more than one Pokemon. Now this mon isn't... This Pokemon isn't, what's it called, used in like raids and stuff right now, but I wonder if it's... Ooh. Ricey. Ricey. Wow. That's kind of wild, actually. Bro, who the fuck? What the fuck is happening? What is happening here? 150k. Okay, that makes sense. This makes a lot more sense. 110k. What's a level 100 one? You know? Ooh. Oh, boys. Oh, boys. Speaking of leveling things for profit, would you look at this? Now, this is more for trainer reruns and less raids. But it could be good for the, I guess, the farming spooky candies from kids, too. Around 300k for level 100 cloisters. Look at this. You can buy them for 110k a piece. Yes, please. And they're EV trained. And they're level 60, 67. That's actually pretty crazy. So we're going to pick those up. I almost want to pick up a third one. That one's, ooh. Maybe I pick up 2. And we'll go ahead and find one. You don't want to flood a market. You want to do like you want to variate your species a ton. So I got 2 Mankeys, 2 Cloisters. Let's find something else. Let's find one more Mon. These don't even need to be EV trained. What's another like Pokemon right now that's like good? So Crocodile's used in... I couldn't find any fucking margins on Crocodiles though. What's another niche? Chimchar / Infernape's another one that's like used a fair bit right now. All these are jolly. I don't know if you want that. I could be wrong. Metacham. I already checked Metacham. I'm trying to think what else. Mienshao. Mienshao / Mienfu. There you go. There you go. Mienfu 150. check. I don't know if there's going to be that much of a margin on these is my only problem. My only fear. Oh, what's up, Jesse? How you doing today? What's up, dude? Ooh, actually... Ooh, there is a decent margin on Mienshao / Mienfus as well. I wasn't sure if there was going to be, but that's going to work out perfectly. So I'm going to buy this one for 150k. Once again, I'm definitely going to have to like EV train these and XP train these pretty quickly. I'm excited to see how long this takes me. The capital buy-in, it's kind of, you know, expensive-ish as well. About 150k per Pokemon. So that's 300k, 450, you know, 600k. This is like 750k just to like start really making money via this method. So got to keep that in mind. I'm going to go EV train everything first. We're going to move stuff over here. And these Cloisters don't need to, they're already EV trained, so I don't need to worry about these. So I'm basically going to go EV train these Mankeys and this Mienfoo, and then I'm also going to go EV train like something that I have in my boxes that's like, this is not going to be for profit. You could even do more, I guess, but anything I put in my boxes, this is going to be like for personal use. So I'm going to EV train some stuff for personal use really quick. Show feet. They always ask you to show feet, never show your PC boxes. Shake my head, fellas. What a world we live in. Aerodactyl would actually be another good one to like breed and sell for profit. Let's go attack on these two guys. Let's switch them out. Let's grab my Pikachu that I use to train things. Yeah, Infernape felt really good during raids. Yeah. For sure, for sure. Okay. Move this over to Shiny here, I think. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I don't know. We'll see. Alrighty, fellas. Alrighty, fellas. Let's see what we got. Okay. Conkeldurr also good. Conkeldurr, I thought people thought he was gonna be good. I feel like from what I heard, I could be wrong. He's just too slow, it seems like, right? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I feel like speed, like what was I using? I feel like even using like 70 or 80 base speed fighting types, I was like, this feels like fucking bad. Like, I feel like you just need speed. Like you just need speed and damage over everything for profit. Oh, true. That's super true. For max base pog. Wait, for you or for, I don't even know, B-Cloud. Wait, for you or for me? Wait, that's very funny. Advanced Adamant Hydra. Are people going physical Hydreigon? That's pretty crazy. How many Master Balls do you get? Nowadays 5. Actually, this is a good example of like a fun, a funny kind of comment. I had someone recently be like, this guy is lying in the video because you can actually get 5 Master Balls, but he says 4. The video he's talking about was a video that was released prior to Johto being released. That's, yeah, so what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What events have you made so far in the event? I've done a bunch of videos covering that, so if you're interested in seeing the full breakdown, it's better to watch the videos over like a topic like that versus asking in a live stream. But I appreciate, the question. There's a lot of different things, a lot of different for you. Now, I didn't even notice that, B-Cloud. I'll have to maybe get that. I appreciate it. Didn't get one in Hoenn. You might be able to go back and get it then. Usually Master Balls are used for shinies that can have a risk of KOing themselves that you weren't prepared for. Really good example is something like a shiny Munchlax if you aren't leading with a taunt Pokemon. So hilariously, like if you encounter a shiny Munchlax in Berry Forest, it knows Metronome, right? So it has the potential to use Metronome and then like Self-Destruct or Explosion or Final Gambit or Memento, or there's so many moves that self-KO, right? So one of the only safe ways to catch Munchlax there is to taunt him. But if you don't have Taunt, you're not leading with Taunt, you probably want a Master Ball. I mean, it might be also just cool to have a wild Master Ball. What's it called? Munchlax. So you really want to save. It's obviously you can use Master Balls on whatever you want. At the end of the day, do whatever you want to do. Like, it's kind of the same as like I recommend players to not sell OT shinies. But if you want to, if that's right for you, I'm not gonna do whatever's right for you. It's more about I try to give the information that you can make your own decisions on what you want to do. Finally beat Darkrai level 100. It's relieving as someone who's an average or new player. Dude, welcome back. Dude, hell yeah. That's awesome. It's really, and like, that's what I like to encourage and like to tell people and stuff, Konar, that like you can return and do all these things. If you put in the time and effort, in PokeMMO, you can really, really get rewarded. And I think it's really, really cool. Like which is amazing. I think it's like, it's really good to, I don't know, highlight when that's possible in games, in markets, whatever. It's not always possible. So some things are a lot tougher. I always say life is a lot harder. Life is a lot more in life. You can you want to work as hard as possible, and working very hard in life is going to, like, the harder you work for the longer period of time in life is going to increase your chances of getting, you know, appreciation and rewards and yada yada yada. But it's much slower, it's much more difficult, it's much more RNG focused. You can work really hard for a really long time, and then if you give up, well, now you're never going to get those payoffs, like, you know. But like PokeMMO, if you fucking, unless we got shiny hunting, but in PokeMMO, if you put in hard work and effort, you'll get it, you know. You will get objective rewards, which I think is really fucking awesome. I think it's like, it's a big deal. It's good. It's good to have a fair situation where people can put in time and effort and get rewards. Region after Unova. I have a really in-depth video called, sorry to chill out the video, but it's just the best way to answer these questions, right? It'll get you a really in-depth answer. What's it called? I totally blanked. I'm sorry. I have a video called What's the Best Region in PokeMMO that goes over my positives and negatives of each region, as well as at the end of the video, it goes over power rankings. It goes over my order of completion recommendations. So that video will give you all any answer you could possibly have. To be a motivational speaker, I'm honored that you think so. What's up, sweetie? Okay. Investing the money into the game. No, I've spent $10 in PokeMMO in my entire career. I've only ever spent, which is probably like a bad thing. I probably should support the devs more. Like, it's like kind of to a funny degree. I spent $10 back in, but I'm just very frugal. I spent $10 back in 2013 to buy a what was then known as the Amnesia Brace, which was kind of required for PvP to some extent. Thank you so much. My wife just brought me brunch, I guess, breakfast / lunch, and it's a bagel from a bagel place. Oh, dude, Romeo wants this fucking bagel so bad. But it's funny because it's a fucking Thanksgiving themed bagel. So it has like turkey and like cranberry sauce on it. This is not going to be for everybody, but I love this shit. Okay. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and start EV training. I'm going to start a timer / stopwatch over on my phone to track how long this actually takes me to do. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's see how much Pokeyen I can make within X amount of time while EV training and XP training up some Pokemon for PVM activities such as raids and the Darkrai fight in PokeMMO. Let's test it. Stopwatch is going, fellas. No wonder the devs hate Pat. True. No, I'm just fucking memeing. Fake out's good. We'll go fake out over Swift for sure. Bro, this looks bomb. I love red onions. This is so off topic, but I just love red onions so much. I feel like I'm a simp for red onion for sure. For sure. Bro, this looks bomb. It's definitely a very American. Like, oh, but look at this bagel sandwich, bro. This looks bomb as fuck. Holy sh. Oh my. Actually, wow. I feel like that just looks good. It's actually so much better than I expected. I thought I expected it to be bad. It's just so good. What'd you order? Yeah, this is really fuck. I actually do really like cranberry sauce. I didn't love cranberry sauce growing up. I thought it was like fine. I really like it now, I feel like. I really enjoy sweet, like savory and sweet things. Like my wife does not, which is fair. Look at it sliding off the... Sorry to food porn you guys. Of all the things I miss from Seattle, I miss the bagel sandwich place the most. Dude, wait, as you actually hear the chopping? I'm sorry. Bro. I did not realize, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't realize bagels could be that good until we went to like a, I didn't think there was that much of a difference in bagels until we went to like a bagel place in like, was it just South Carolina or North Carolina? Which is like, it's funny, there's like good bagels there, but like, there's a bagel place near the beach, near, yeah, in like South or North Carolina. And I think it was like the first time where I was like, holy fuck, these are like really fucking, I was like, these are like way better than other bagels. What the fuck? It's like actually crazy the difference. I did not think there'd be that much of a difference. Are bagels donuts? No, definitely not, right? Is that a meme debate? Like, I just wish you knew. What's it called? Like, is a hot dog a sandwich? Are bagels donuts? They're not sweet enough. No shot. They're really not B Cloud. I feel like I didn't learn. I feel like I didn't learn that all bagels are not built the same till I was like 22 or some shit. I love dicking on New York pizza, okay? Because New Yorkians love to fucking clout farm their pizza. And I feel like it's like literally like I'm not a fan of New York pizza, okay? I'll say it. However, when New Yorkians clout farm their bagels, I can't even hate. I kind of respect it. They're actually fucking so good. Bro, Romeo wants some bagels so bad. Oh, chill. Romeo. Bro, Romeo, chill. He's just like licking my pants trying to get any bagel crumb he can. Einstein Bros bagels are so good. I have to try more bagel places. Is Haxorus good for the Xmas? Oh, this is a good question. So, this is a good question. Someone said, is Haxorus good for the Xmas event or no? Haxorus was good for like last year's Xmas event only. So they've been changing. The problem is, or like, no, not last year, the year before. Haxorus has been used in the Christmas dungeon, but I don't know if they'll be returning the Christmas dungeon. I don't think it returned last year, correct? Someone could correct me. I don't think the Christmas dungeon came back last year because it was originally like an elf bot, like robotic themed thing, and they ran out of elf bot outfits. So for the elf bot stuff, like you can only do all of the Pokemon typings, right? Normal, dragon, they did them all. They even did fairy, right? Yeah, so the elf bot, I think elf bots are just done. I think they like did all the elf bots and they were like, okay, well now we gotta, yeah. Last year's totally new thing. I feel like they're trying to, this year, I feel like they're gonna be really working on reestablishing a new identity for the Christmas event. I feel like it will be very, very, very different. So like in terms of, the honest answer is any sort of preparation for the Christmas event is such a risk. It's all predictions. The least risk thing you can do is just save Pokeyen. I think saving Pokeyen, stocking back up after making your investments. This is why people are saying, "Oh, Pat, you have so much, Pokeyen. What are you doing?" This is why I kept a lot, right? I didn't want to blow through all my yen during just the Halloween event. You want to keep some. You have a whole event season, guys, not just one thing, right? So, I think stocking up on Pokeyen, and if you want to, what I'm gonna do is I am going to make some raid Pokemon in preparation for possible Christmas raids. I think it's decently likely, like they carry over. This is why they've been working on raids for so long, is they want them to be like themed, and they can use the same raid dens to like bring in new raids all the time. So I feel like stocking up on fighting types, fire types, things that are strong against ice types, maybe even something to reset the weather. I feel like things that are strong against ice types or whatever could possibly, want to counter possible Christmas raids. But that is all, once again, very prediction based. That's if you want to prepare a Pokemon like that, don't be upset if it's useless or doesn't work, right? So you got to keep that in mind, absolutely, for sure. Best region to start as a beginner. Short answer, Unova. Much more detailed and longer answer, if you Google what's the best region in PokeMMO, I have a super in-depth video that breaks down the positives and negatives of each region, as well as the power rankings of each region, as well as my recommendation of order for completing the regions. Well, I guess there's two short answers. The problem is, okay, most beneficial region to start, Unova. However, I always recommend people to start with their favorite region, because realistically, if you don't have fun playing PokeMMO, you're just gonna quit, right? So like, I actually, in your first region's your hardest, because you don't have access to like high level leveling spots and et cetera, right? So I feel like starting your favorite region is really important in PokeMMO. It'll keep you playing. It'll make you make more progress if you keep playing, right? So hilariously, arguably, the most efficient thing is just starting with your favorite region. I'd have to check the. I think you can like TM Alakazam Calm. You might learn it as well naturally at level 50. I'd have to just check the. You can just check the Pokedex to see when Pokemon learn. This is really, really good. I might need to go back here before they get rid of this sandwich. This is really good. Sorry, I'm finishing my brunch. Honestly, I didn't like Unova. Yeah, dude, I feel like Unova. I think a lot of people agree that Unova is one of those regions that aged like a fine wine. Like everybody, and I was one of these people. I hated Unova on release. I was definitely that person who was like, oh, this is so, I don't know, it just felt so different. The designs felt dumb. Oh, ice cream Pokemon, LMAO. Yeah, everyone hated it, but I feel like you realize like, oh shit, Unova's actually like, all the Gen 1ers hated Unova. And then we realized, oh wow, wait, Unova's actually the most similar to Generation 1 out of all regions. It was literally designed to be like that, right? It has the most Pokemon parallels. It has, you can't catch any out of region Pokemon until you reach the post game. Very similar to Generation 1, forcing you to meet all the new Pokemon, etc., etc. The use of, there are legendaries. There are 7 legendaries you can have permanently, right, Rogue? But also don't Master Ball. Master Balling legendaries is one of the biggest wastes of a Master Ball. Don't Master Ball alphas. Don't Master Ball legendaries. You only get 5 Master Balls in your entire PokeMMO account. Do not waste them on things like that. In my opinion, if you want to do whatever, right? But like, I recommend saving Master Balls for shiny Pokemon that can KO themselves, that you aren't prepared for. I always give the example of like, one time I was ×5. I was EV training in Cerulean Cave, right? And I took one step to the left on accident and encountered a level 64 Electrode, right? If that Electrode was shiny and I didn't have a Master Ball, I would have lost it 100%. It would have exploded every time, right? So you have to like keep in mind, keep Master Balls for shiny Pokemon that can KO themselves. I'm gonna finish my sandwich. One sec. 2 bites left. This was stupidly good. Want a bite? Yeah. It was like dumb good. Like my favorite there by far. Already one of my favorite. Like, so good. Darkrai cannot be shiny. It's a great question. Do I open the Charizard or Pikachu pack on Pocket? Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna drop the hot take, guys, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I haven't unlocked the. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Dude, I was showing Casey. I was like, yeah, this is the gameplay of Pokemon Pocket. I do not like this game. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I'm like the only person. I feel like everybody's loving Pokemon Pocket. I do not enjoy it. What's the endgame like in PokeMMO? I compare the endgame in PokeMMO to things like Minecraft. Minecraft is a game that you can play absolutely infinitely if you set your own goals. Oh, I want to build a cobble castle in the sky. Oh, I want to build a big mine system. I want to, you know, craft. I want to gather 1,000 diamonds, like whatever the fuck, right? However, if you don't like setting your own goals or don't really want to do that, it may not be the best for you, just totally okay, right? The endgame of PokeMMO is finding a grind or finding a you know, something you enjoy. Whether that's PvP, whether it's shiny hunting, whether it's money making, whether it's vanity collecting, whether it's running a team and being a socialite and sort of working through team drama and things like that, right? Whether it's EV training and XP training Pokemon, you could create a service, you could do art for people on the forums, at a Pokeyen rate. There's like so much you can do at Endgame, but you have to be a little creative / the game won't direct you. The game will not hold your hand. I think that's the big thing. PokeMMO is not a game that will hold your hand. If you need a game to do that, for you to play it, it may not be the best for you, which is totally okay. A lot of people don't want to get off their 9-to-5 job, go home, make dinner, spend time with the family, put the kids down for bed, have like 1 to 2 hours a night for video games, and have to like make their own goals and like do like not everybody wants that, which is super fair. It's not fit for everybody's lifestyle. It's an MMO. It's an MMO. It plays like a... If you're a Pokemon fan, but haven't played World of Warcraft, haven't played EverQuest, Tibia, old school RuneScape, like, if you haven't played an MMO before, these old school MMOs for sure, you're not... Like, PokeMMO is going to throw you for a loop. And you may love that loop or you may hate that loop, you know? Tibia mentioned? Yeah, Tibia is a fucking OG. Ultima Online. We can do the fucking the turbo OGs. Yeah, if you're looking for PokeMMO endgame content, I have a video called like 63 things to do in PokeMMO. Maple story grind. Good for you. If you're a Maple story player, you'll probably do pretty fucking well in PokeMMO, from what I understand. Yes, when you breed 2 Pokemon together in PokeMMO, you get a more guaranteed bred system, right? So in traditional Pokemon, if you breed 2 Pokemon, the IVs like randomly roll all over the place, right? But in PokeMMO, you can like use braces and Everstones to like guaranteed pass over IVs or pass over certain natures or whatever, right? Oh, sorry, one sec. I do want assurance actually. In PokeMMO, it's really, I think one of the toughest things for new players to learn and for players to get used to is the fact that breeding consumes your Pokemon. Super understandably, as a new player, you hear that and you're like, oh, what the fuck? Like, that sounds horrible, blah, blah, blah. But I think people quickly learn, like, oh, this is actually like a genius system that is the only way any Pokemon MMO has ever been able to sustain their economy. Sorry, excuse me. Every other monster catching MMO that hasn't adapted a similar breeding method has died out, and like will die out. Like, I think you need in a Pokemon economy, the biggest problem you have is not inflation, it's deflation, the devaluation of goods over time. As more people catch 1 times 31, 2 times 31, 3 times like good IV Pokemon, right? Those Pokemon will continuously go down in value unless they're being destroyed or sunk out of the game, right? So PokeMMO went through. It took PokeMMO a long time to come up with this system. They had a lot of failed breeding systems. I always say the worst update in PokeMMO ever was something called the flag breeding system, which I have a video on if you're interested. It was a nightmare. And finding this breeding system took them a lot of like. PokeMMO really had to research. Like, PokeMMO had to solve problems that weren't solved before. Like, unironically, like they were pioneers in the Pokemon MMO genre. Like, they really had to do a lot of things from scratch. It's like when you have a fucking tech problem and you like Google it and there's like nothing about it. Like, they had to fucking like figure it out from scratch, you know? It's pretty rare Hey Pat, is there any chance the devs can improve Ghostly Lantern by improving the animation, example the glow or something like that? Has that ever happened before in the history of Pokemon? It's a great question. I'd say it's pretty rare they go back and change old vanities, but it does happen. It has happened on at least 2 or 3 or 4 vanities that I can think of. I think the UFO hat, maybe I'm misremembering. I believe the UFO hat, they went back and added an extra animation. And I'm thinking, was it the Snow Globe hat as well? That might be wrong. I know, what's another one? There's a few. Was it the winged helmet? Is that what I'm thinking of? The winged helmet, yeah. They went back and they made it colorable, which was interesting. So, like, there's certain things like that where they have, and like, it'll shoot the item up in price. Like, there was a time where they went back and made this color and went to like 10 or 20 mil. Like, there have been times where they have gone back and added little quality of life changes to the vanities, which I think PokeMMO is pretty good about. Not, I think a lot of players, it's kind of funny now, like, in PokeMMO, we have a lot of players who are like, rah, like, we need new content, like, rah, which is fair. It's not a bad thing. But it's interesting because in other MMOs and things like Old School RuneScape and other games that I'm used to, everybody in the community is like, whoa, stop making, like, stop the new content. Like, it's destroying the game. Go back and rebalance the old stuff. So it's kind of like in most other MMOs, they're like, dude, stop. We need to, you're breaking the game. You know, we need to rebalance this shit. Please stop putting out new content. And they just keep pumping out new content because it makes the most money. It gets the most excitement rolling, the most new players, etc., right? In PokeMMO, they actually do take the time to go back, make quality of life changes, fix old content, and then they still get yelled at for the opposite, which is, oh, make more new content, you know, which there's a healthy medium. But it is funny that no matter what,